Did Joey just create one of the most painful and hilarious misunderstandings in Friends history? This scene starts with Ross still trying to process the fact that Joey accidentally proposed to Rachel, and while Joey insists he technically didn't do anything wrong, that's exactly what makes the conversation so funny. He's not defending himself because he's innocent, he's defending himself because of a technicality, and Ross is absolutely not buying it. What makes this scene work so well is that it isn't really about the proposal anymore. Ross is hurt because Joey didn't tell him the truth right away. The ring mistake was bad enough, but the fact that Joey spent the whole day avoiding the conversation makes Ross feel betrayed. You can see Ross trying to stay calm, trying to act mature, but underneath it all, he's frustrated and disappointed. Meanwhile, Joey is doing what Joey always does. He's awkward, guilty, and desperately looking for a way to fix things without fully understanding how. Then, the episode takes a completely unexpected turn. Joey decides the best way to make Ross feel better is to let him punch him. It's such a ridiculous solution that only Joey could genuinely believe it's a good idea. The buildup is perfect. Joey keeps encouraging Ross to hit him. Ross refuses, Joey keeps pushing, and eventually Ross gives in. But instead of Joey taking the hit like he planned, he instinctively ducks at the last second. And that's where the comedy explodes. Joey ends up hurting him. What I love about this scene is how Friends balances comedy and emotions so effortlessly. One minute, we're laughing at Ross breaking his thumb because Joey dodged a punch, and the next minute, we're listening to a genuine conversation about love, disappointment, and moving on. That's something the show always did incredibly well. It never stayed serious for too long, but it never treated its emotional moments like jokes either. Joey also deserves a lot of credit here. Throughout the series, he's often portrayed as the goofy friend, but moments like this remind us that he's surprisingly emotionally intelligent. He knows Ross is hurting, and even though his methods are questionable, he's genuinely trying to help. His final line, telling Ross that he'll never be just anybody to Rachel, is simple but powerful. It doesn't magically solve Ross's problems, but it gives him something he desperately needs in that moment: hope. Looking back, this scene is a perfect example of why Friends remained so popular for so many years. It combines sharp dialogue, physical comedy, character development, and emotional depth all within a few minutes. Every character feels authentic, every joke lands naturally, and the emotional moments feel earned rather than forced. In the end, the episode isn't really about a broken thumb or an accidental proposal. It's about friendship, forgiveness, and the complicated feelings that come from loving someone for a very long time. And somehow, Friends manages to tell that story while making us laugh at one of the most ridiculous injuries in sitcom history. That's what makes this scene memorable. It's funny, emotional, awkward, and completely human. The exact combination that made Friends one of the greatest sitcoms ever created.